Hello to all. So in this video, we will discuss the important concept of OOPS concepts in System Verilog, that is classes. So similar to any other programming languages, so the classes contains two important things. One is called properties or variables of that particular class, or it's also called as data. Okay, and methods. So methods are the second important thing in classes. So these methods helps what to do with the past data to the classes. Our system Verilog, we are having two kinds of methods, that is functions and tasks. So these both operate on the data of classes, which this also increases the reusability of the codes. So we can use these functions or tasks in our classes. So these classes allow objects to be dynamically created, deleted, assigned and accessed via object handles. So we will discuss about this briefly in the coming video. So before that, if you haven't watched the video on functions and tasks, so I will briefly revise it for you. So functions and tasks increase the reusability of code. There are some slight differences between these functions and tasks. We cannot we can only create combinational logics in the functions, whereas in task we can create both combinational as well as sequential, and there should not be any delay statements or event control statements in the functions. For example, hash 10 nanoseconds, the delay should not be there in the functions, and also these particular event need to be happened at the positive edge of clock. That should not be present, whereas in tasks both delays as well as other delays timing control events can be there. Let's see the class declaration example. I have written a small example on get and set method. So every class need to be declared with keyword class and end with n class. You can see int x. So here int x represents the class property or class data, whereas these two are methods. So there are two ways to create objects. So if you see this, it's using two different statements, whereas this is using the single statement. In this, both creating handle. So we have already discussed that classes are data types which is created by the user. So it should be declared initially before creating object. So for that I'm using, so demo class is variable, right? So however we represent int x. So int is data type, x is variable. In the similar way, demo class 1, demo class is user defined data type, class 1 is the variable of type demo class. Okay, so whenever this is known as, the first statement is known as creating handle or creating variable, whereas second one is called if you use new keyword, in object is created of type class 1, okay, of a demo class. The object name is class 1. So or else we can create that in the single statement. So we will do both declaration or handle creation of class 1 as well as object creation. Object is class 1 of type demo class. Okay, now let me show you with a small example. So here I have created the class that is a demo class, and it has one variable int x. So this int x is accessible to all the methods whichever are created inside that class. So I'm creating two methods. One is of type task, that is set. Okay, in that I'm passing argument as an integer I, and that I is going to be assigned to this x. As I told, x is accessible to each and every class, so this I value is going to be assigned to this x. So this is the functionality of set. And in the get, we are just returning that particular x value after assigning. So let me create a separate module. So here I created a separate module. So in this I'm trying to create two different objects, okay, in two different ways. As I told earlier, objects can be created in two ways. So first I'm making use of this demo class and just creating the handle but not object. Okay, so this statement corresponds to only handle creation but not object. Okay, and I'm creating the object at some other part of code. You can see class 1 equal to new. Okay, the respective object of class 1 is created, and here demo class 2 equal to new. So the object class 2 of type demo class is created in the single statement. Okay, two objects are created, and I can separately pass set method individually for two objects. So class 1 dot set 10, class 2 dot set 100. Now I want to display their respective get methods. Okay, class 1 get method and class 2 get method. So I'm just printing them. So let's run the simulation and see it. We can see the dollar display statement displayed two different values, 10, you can see here 10 and 100. So it's working as expected.